Alright, good evening everyone. This is an introductory class on Pixellab IT. So to continue, let's go into Pixellab IT. Pixellab. Okay. Alright, I know most of us might be confused that why is my Pixellab like this. Okay, this one is Pixellab ID. The one you might have is Pixellab, normal Pixellab that we got from Play Store. I would have used that one, but I can't. It can't work alongside with this one. You either use that one or use this one. The two can't work in the same phone. So I don't want to remove this particular pixel art because I bought it. So I don't want to just remove it like that. Okay. But the only major difference is the color. So there is no other major difference. Though there are some other difference, but you can't see it from this interface. But I will show you as we continue. I will show you some other differences. But I will still tell you how you can go about those differences. But if you still need this one, we know how to do that later. But for now, let's just continue with the introductory class. Okay. To start with, this is how your pixel lab should be. I know some pixel lab we have something like new text as a text here. So they just written new text here. Okay. Why some won't have, like this pixel lab YD now doesn't have any text here. Okay. Then to continue now, let me show you around Pixel Lab and the tools and how to use some of them. Although I might not be showing all of them here, but we'll still get to know all of them as we continue with the class. And for those that are already familiar with Pixel Lab, that is a bonus for you. Actually, that's a bonus for you. Okay, so let's continue. The first tool that we're going to be seeing is this A icon. This A signifies test. Okay, in some application you see it as T. Alright, and just click on it. You can press on this plus icon to add a text. If you want if you just press on this plus icon, it will just show you this new text. So if you want to edit this new text, you either double click on it, then you can write it. Wipe this, then you can write, let me just say layers and learners graphic designing class. Okay, I'll press OK. Right, if I don't want to double click it to edit, I can also press on this edit and I'll also edit it. If I want to make it capital letter, I'll just tap on this double T at the extreme end. You can tap on it again to make it smaller, tap on it to make it increase. If you want to delete it, same way, just tap on here to delete. If you want to cancel it, and so cancel. This is okay. Alright, so the next thing here, I skipped this style. This is test style. You can save maybe if it is a frequent style that you are using for a design, you can save it as your test style. So you can just click here. If you want to save it, here is save. If you have already saved it, just press OK and it will save automatically. But if you have a test style already and you want to use the test style, you just have to click on this style and click on browse. This one now is normal default test style. Normal Pixellab has its own default test style. Alright, this is for Pixellab YD. This is normal default text style for Pixellab YD. But your own text style, I mean the ones you saved, you will find it in this my style. Just click on my style. Though these are things that you can learn as we continue with the class, or you can still learn it on your own based on practicing. Okay, these are just some text style I saved. Okay, the next thing is delete. You all know what is used for. You can just click on it. Once you click on it, it will delete. Alright, here I pressed here. This is undo. if you are frequent with design application or video editing application, you understand. If you are using your system, it should be Control Z. Alright. The next thing is copy. Copy. We all know what copy is. Just to duplicate. Alright. Okay, for in case maybe you tapped here and the frame around this text is off, then you can just tap on the text once, the frame will be back. If you want to increase the text, you can just hold this white dot here, and if you drag it, if you take it forward, it will reduce, and if you bring it backward, it will increase. So that's that for that. The next thing is to front and to back. Okay, let me show you what this one works for. Let me show you what this one works for now. Okay, let me use this text style to change the text style. Alright, let me change this to black. I'll copy it, go back to text style. I'll change this to blue. Alright, now this blue is on top of this black. This blue text now is on top of this black. If I should tap to back, this blue text will go at the back. As you can see, the black one is now on the top. If I tap to front, the blue text will go at the front and the black one will go at the back, depending on the one that is framed, as you can see. Alright, that's that. Okay, the next thing is position. If you click on position, it's just to change the place that it is. As you can see, if you want to make it move faster, you increase. Right? If you want it to move slower, you can reduce it. I can just press on this plus icon to increase it, minus icon to reduce it. Alright. Here is moving down, here is up, here is corner, left and right corner. Okay, I believe my touches are on. Alright. So the next thing is relative position. This one now take it to angles. Here, 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 here. Alright. The next thing is padding. The next thing is text size. You can also increase your size with this, reduce it with this, increase it with this. Like I said earlier, you can also press this plus icon to increase, minus to reduce. Okay, click on this. Good. Let's continue. The next thing is padding. Continue. The next thing is padding. This padding we're going to see what is used for as we continue in the class, because it's not that useful for this particular type of fonts, unless you want to get maybe you want to use a text background. That's when this padding will be useful. Okay, let me just show you what it works. If I increase it, it will increase from the left side. I'm increasing the left padding and it is increasing from the left side. If I increase the right padding, it will be increasing from the right side. Right, let's see it this way. You can see, let me reduce it so you will get to see it well. Alright, let me reduce it from the left side. As you can see, the text is even going inside. Just place it at this 0. Okay, let me reduce the right side. Place it at the 0. Okay, the next thing is color. You can add color: white, black, yellow. If the colors that are here you don't like it, you can just press on this plus icon and change the color to the one you like. Alright, change the color: red, blue, green, and what have you. You can make the green lighter with here or darker. Yeah, then here you can make it to be transparent. If it is like this now, it is transparent. As you can see here now, it's transparent. This sign on Pixellab shows that it is transparent. Here now it's transparent. Okay, you can also increase it, increase the transparency, or you can also keep it at you can also reduce the transparency. Like you can also increase the thickness with this. Okay. Okay, let's continue. All right, I forgot to show something. Let me increase the size of this test. All right, let me show you guys something. Another color type is this gradient color. Gradient color, you can use it. Gradient color is like you can put two colors in one test. You can mix colors, right? You can mix colors like this. If you're not, if this the ones that is here, you don't like them, you can just press on this add icon, and then you can just, this is the normal way that it should be. Once you press on it, okay, you can just press on this. Make sure that this yellow frame is on the one that you are working. This yellow frame on that, right? As you can see, if I tap on this one, the yellow frame change to this one. If I tap on this one, the yellow frame will come up here. So make sure that that yellow frame that is under is on the one that you want, the color that you want to change. Then you press on um, this color icon. Then you can change it to maybe red. Press OK. You can see red has come over. You mixed red and green. If you want to change the green, the same thing applicable. And just press here. Then press on this color icon. I change it to blue. As you can see, this is blue and red. Now, okay, if you still don't like the way it's facing, you can just, as you can see, the line just changed. Same thing to this, same thing to this. You can use any one that you like. All right. If you want this red to go over to the left and this blue to go over to the right, you just press on here and to move over. You can also add different colors. If you want to add another color, just press on this add icon. You have this a lot, and just make sure that the yellow frame is on the one that you want to work on, and you can change the color to, let's say, green. Right, you can see we're having series of colors here. Okay, that's for that. Press OK, and we have it here. This is what we have from the gradient color. So let's continue. The next thing is texture. In this place you can use an image as your color. You press on this texture, press on add image, it will take you to your files where you find your images. Okay, let me just select one image for this. Let me select this image. Sorry, let me select this image. But if you are working on it, you will look for a better image to use. Alright, you look for a very good image to use. But I'm just using this to show you. For instance, okay, just press OK, and the image will automatically be the color of this text. All right, so I'll delete this because I don't need it. It's going to worsen my work, so I'll just delete it. All right, the next thing is opacity. You can reduce the opacity and increase the opacity. Those are familiar with editing apps knows what this means. Okay, the next thing is rotation. Like the name implies, just to rotate. Okay, I don't need it. The next thing is text fonts. You can, if you click on this font, you can change fonts. These are different fonts. That's another difference between Pixellab YT and normal Pixellab. Normal Pixellab doesn't have a lot of these fonts. It has limited fonts. Alright. Here now is normal fonts, the fonts that that the Pixellab comes with. Okay, the next one is my font. If you download fonts, it will appear here. You can install it here. It won't just appear, you will need to install it. The next one is recent. That's the recent fonts you've used. Okay, the next thing is curve. Rather, you can curve your text. As you can see, you can curve your text. So the next thing is okay, I skipped this masking. This masking, we are going to still understand what is used for when we continue with the class. Let me just show you what you can do. You can remove some parts from your text, as you can see. Okay, you can make it in, out, in, out. There are a lot of things that you can use it to do, but you understand it once you continue with the class. Alright, so I don't need it, I'll cancel it. Well, the next thing should be this background. Okay, style, I missed this style. You can make it bold, though this font doesn't have bold style. You can make it bent, you can underline it, you can also remove it. With this one you remove, for this one you underline, this one you make it bent. I will remove it, I don't need it. Okay, the next thing is text background. Here is text background. You can add background to your text, but I don't normally like using this text background because it doesn't work well for my work. So I will show you another way to add background to your text. Alright, I'll just cancel this. Okay, the next thing is alignment. This is also very important. Okay, if I click here, as you can see, it has aligned to the right. If I click here, align to the left, and here is center alignment. Okay, the next one is spacing. You want to space it in letters. You can see spacing in letters. I believe uh, you are seeing, you are following. So the next thing is spacing in words. You can space it in words like this. Yeah. So the next thing is also spacing, but okay, it's also spacing, but it's line spacing. I'll show you what it's used for. Just as you can see. Alright. You can use it to give to gap the two text. Okay, I'll cancel this. The next thing is stroke. You can also change the stroke colors. I know many of us must have seen this in several designs. You can also add the stroke, like make the stroke bigger, like this. You can reduce it. Alright. The next thing is shadow. You can add shadow at the back. You can change the color of the shadow, reduce the opacity of the shadow, move the shadow, blur the shadow. You can still move the shadow to the left or to the right. Sorry, to the right or to the left, up, up or down, the way you want. Okay, I will use this. The next thing is inner shadow. This one will add shadow inside the work. This text is too small, you can't see it clearly, but I believe as we continue with the class, you will see what it's used for. Okay, you can add dark shadow, but the difference is that this shadow will be showing inside, the other shadow is at the back. This one now will be showing inside the text. Okay, you can also move it to the, you can also blur it the same way you blur the other one. You can also move it to the right, to the left, up and down. Okay, the next thing is emboss. This one you won't get what you use for, although I don't normally use it, but it's used to make, okay, it will make it shiny. I think that's the best word I can use to explain it as of now. It will make it shiny. There are so many features that you can use it for, but I think if I should be explaining it now, you won't understand. People that normally do test effects, you can also use it for test effects and so many other things. So many other things. You can use it for so many other things. Okay, I'll just cancel it. I don't need it. The next thing is um, perspective. So you can use this one now. Okay, you can see what it's used for. If you are doing mock-up and so many other things, there are so many other things you can use it for. But one of the most frequent thing that you can use it for is mock-up and so many other things actually. So many other things. I don't need it. I'll cancel it. Okay, the next thing is 3D. If you want to add 3D effect to it, you can add 3D effects. You can add the depth. As you can see, if you look quickly where you will see an effect at the back of the text. Alright, you either use this perspective or you use the other one. Alright, you can reduce the depth, you can change the color. If you on this automatic, it will just choose color from the text itself, or you can choose color by yourself. You can also use gradient color. I've already shown you how to go about the colors. Alright, the next thing is darken. You can make it darken like this. 3D, you can rotate it. You can rotate the 3D. 3D rotates. You can also rotate it like this. Alright. The next thing is lighting. You can rotate the lighting. The text will be moving, but the light effect will be moving. So many other things. There are so many other things to do with it. You can add shadow, all this. I believe this one will come about. We'll understand it when we continue with the class. Even if we didn't go, because I don't normally use them much. If you keep practicing, I believe one day you will understand it better. Because even when I was when I was learning, I didn't even go deep like this. I just decided to make this video so as to show us the interface of Pixellab, so it will be easier when the class will start, and nobody will say I'm not understanding or I'm not getting. Okay, so the next thing is this 3D test. Okay, I've shown you this 3D test. The next thing is shadow, 3D shadow. This one, let me just disable this 3D test. So you see this 3D shadow. You need to add a little shadow at the back. If you look where you will notice a little shadow at the back of this test. Okay, you can increase the opacity, you can reduce the opacity, you can change the color, reduce the radius, increase the radius, expand it, and reduce it. Alright. So the next thing is reflection. Like the name implies, it just reflects the text. You can space out the reflection. You can also bring it closer. I don't need it. Okay, that's that for text. Here is this second one. Now is you can add sticker. Here Pixellab has the font stickers. Pixellab has the font stickers. I believe normal Pixellab has the font stickers, and this one is for Pixellab ID. Don't look for these ones. You can't find it in normal Pixellab unless you have Pixellab ID. Alright, but it's not necessary actually. It's not necessary because you don't need all these for designing. These are just Chinese languages. Okay, you don't normally need them for designing. Okay, I'll just move away from this. Oh, sorry for that. I'll just move away from. Okay, here is where we stopped. I'll stop at sticker. I'll show you guys sticker. So okay, the next thing is image. If you want to import image, you can import image through this place. Right, let me import an image. Okay, let me import this image. Let's use this class image. Here, I've imported the image. You can work on the image like this. Right, this is just the same thing with the text. So I'll show you just some difference there. The only difference there is this color filter. If you are good with editing, you can know this one. See, hue does change the colors and some other things. Saturation, brightening, contrast. If you are good at editing, you understand them. Okay, the next thing that is normally not on text is this color erase. You can pick color from here. On the font, if you just enable this on the font, it will erase anything white color on your image. Or if you want to erase a particular color, you can just pick it. use this picker. What we call this in designing, this what we call it is picker. You just tap on the color picker and maybe pick the yellow color, click OK. It will just remove everything yellow on it. That's how it works. Though you will still get to understand it when you are familiar with the Pixellab interface. Okay, let's continue. Time is no longer on our side. We just have 5 minutes to wrap up with this introductory section. So the next thing is rotate. Okay, it's also in this text. I believe there is no other thing that is not in the text. Okay, there is no other thing. So the next thing is this one, which is for to work on background. This one now will work on background. If you want to change background color, this color now is for background. If you want to change background color, you can change it to maybe yellow, white, red, and different colors. If you want to also use gradient for it, good, you can also use gradient. I'll just give it this red. Alright, press OK. The next thing, if you want to make your background transparent, you can also click on it to make the background transparent. Here, if you want to change your background size, you can work on it here. Here is for size, here is width, here is height. Okay, the next thing is crop. If you add an image, that's when this one will be enabled. This one is cropping, right? The next thing is image. If you want to use normal Pixellab default images or default background, you just click on this image. These are some normal Pixellab default background. You can only find these ones now on Pixellab YT. Though normal Pixellab has its own default background, but it's not as many as this. Though it doesn't matter actually because you don't need these ones. You can go to Pinterest and download as many as background as you want. So that's for that. Okay, the next thing is from gallery. You can import a background from your gallery like this. Let me just import a background. Let me go to my Pinterest images. Let me import this as my background. Alright, I can decide to crop it here. I can decide to make it full. This is the full image. I can decide to crop it as I want. I decide to rotate it. Here is rotate. Here is rotate. Okay, here is to make it full size. Here is to lock it. If I lock it now, I can't work on it again. It will only be moving like this. Okay, the next thing is cycle. If I want to make cycle, the next one is flip. It's just like rotating. Alright, the next one is to cancel. The next one is to tick. Good. Okay. Just let me tick OK. Now I've changed the background. I've used that image as background. If I want to get background maybe from camera, if I want to snap something, I use it as background. That's what this one work for. I won't be opening it because it's not necessary. Time is no longer on our side. Here is okay. Here is to add effect on your background. You can add effects. So we won't be using this much. You can change the color. Okay. The next thing is noise. To add noise on your background. Here is noise. You can add a lot of noise. It's just like a grain. People that edit knows what grain is all about. It means. Here is stripe. You can add lines on your background. Okay. The next thing is brightness, contrast. It's just the same thing as I showed you guys. So I won't be going deep on it. We have only 1 minute to go. Here is to delete. Alright. Here, this add icon, you can also use it to add text, shape, dates. You can even add current date. You can add shape. You can add an image from gallery. Right. This is to save. You can save as project. If I save this as project, anytime it will be editable. Anytime I need to edit it, I'll just go to my project and get it back. You can also save it as an image. Here is image. You save it. You can work on this size, but it's recommended to work on your size the other place that I showed you. So the next thing is format. Pixellab saves as JPG and PNG. Always save as Ultra, but you can decide to save as anyone that you want. But I recommend Ultra because ultra will come with high quality image. The next thing is this one is quotes. If you want to get Pixellab quotes, you can use Pixellab quotes. These ones, there are many things you can use these ones for, and many things you can use this one for. But there are some things that are there that are for edition. You can also exit Pixellab from here. Here is your layer. Anything that you tap on here, anything that you add to your work will be showing here as your layers. Alright. The next thing is grid line. This is grid line. It can help you for alignment. Here is zooming. You can use this to zoom. Once you click on it, you just zoom on your work. Alright, here is undo. I've said it before. Alright, I think here we're going to end the class. It has already the class has exceeded with like 2 minutes, so I don't know. We're going to end here for today. Thank you and God bless you. Have a lovely night.